Yo, you already know. Yo, it's a new day. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm coming out the gate. It's a new day. Whatever we was doing yesterday, that's what we was doing yesterday. When we start teaming up, like we playing football, like we on the court, yo, team up. Stop playing selfishly. You playing selfishly right now. You know what I mean? Stop playing selfishly. You know what I mean? You doing things for yourself when it's a team effort. You know what I mean? Don't do nothing where you wouldn't usually do it, but do things in a way that you're just not self-centered as much. You know, don't be as self-centered unnecessarily because it creates a spoiled experience. You know what I mean? It's all about everybody for who they are, but you know what I'm saying? Don't spoil it for everybody else with that, that crazy self-centered, you know, scenario that transfers through time. Like this has always been an issue. You know, when teams of dynasties, teams of pharaohs, teams of gods, got together. It's always been an issue of one god being more powerful than the next god. It's always been that. So loosen up a little bit. People around you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, listen. So today we're going to travel in the direction of trying to accomplish a task. We're going to set out tasks today. Everybody wondering what a channel car is, right? Check it. The person that got the channel car is not loosening up. Bugatti's not loosening up. I'm just put it out there like that. Bugatti's following the scenario, but Bugatti's not loosening up. The person that has a channel car is not loosening up. These people have a way of doing things that don't coincide with this reality. This reality where you're going to create your own experience. You know what I'm saying? They're not corroborating with this situation. This situation is deadly. You know what I mean? People will try and kill you to steal your experience. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be evasive. We got to be mad creative. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody follow you. You know what I mean? Don't let nobody steal your food. Don't let nobody get nothing off. You know what I mean? But don't be as argumentative. The more you argue, the more danger you're in. You know what I mean? Don't be as argumentative. Try and avoid any argument. You know what I mean? Any confrontation, any exposure to yourself. Don't draw any unnecessary attention that would be detrimental to your safety. If you got an argument where you usually when they get in an argument in a gas station or something would happen in a gas station, like your car break down in the gas station, or somebody saw you somewhere and had the option to follow you based on what you're doing in that area. You know what I mean? Just know people approach you a certain way without you realizing it. Once you realize, you're like, oh, that's what they was doing. You know what I mean? They could have easily set a nail in a spike in the road and ambushed you. They could have easily done that. Be careful. It's dangerous out there. It's a dangerous environment. The road is dangerous. The road is a dangerous place for people that may argue the point. It's a dangerous place. So avoid any unnecessary exposure, any unnecessary conversations, any unnecessary confrontations. Just avoid all that. You know what I mean? And it's always been selfishness in history. You know what I mean? When Malcolm X was saying that to say, when Malcolm X was assassinated, right? Malcolm X was assassinated in a way that the people around him turned on him. You know what I'm saying? He had people around him. He was a powerful individual, but whatever he was doing, that the energy grew around him in a different direction. He didn't get out of there. He stayed in there. You know what I'm saying? And when he stayed in there, it hurt him. It killed him. So just know that if you get caught in a situation, review your options not to be in the same place before you get killed. Everybody follow? Review your options not to be in the same place before you get killed. Don't get killed nowhere. You know what I'm saying? At no time, don't get killed. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, this is serious. You know what I'm saying? When we try and team up to have our own experience that's going to be luxurious and, with great reward, don't let nobody near you a certain way. You know what I'm saying? You got people playing against all that. And my diet right now is crazy. I got the craziest diet. I got to walk to the store. And then when I get to the store, I got to pick up something that I shouldn't pick up no more than one time. Then when I pick it up, it's like, when I pick it up, I know exactly what you're getting at. When I pick it up, it's like it has to be something that I could be in no less of a place without being detrimentally in the same place. So I'm picking up items that's like, so challenging to be around. Like I picked up some ice cream. You thinking ice cream, it has no direction, but it depends on what you're doing. It depends on the chemistry. It depends on a lot of things based on what I'm saying. I'm not just eating ice cream right this moment, but, I want you to have an understanding that if you just have a full meal, if you just have food that you call food, look at what you're doing. If you look at what you're doing, and the people following you, if nobody's following you, fine. But if you know people following you, don't just eat the food that you eat. People try and do things based on knowing you're going to eat certain food, knowing you're going to do certain things. If you working out and somebody attach their physical composition to your physical composition, you won't even know they there following you. You doing what you're doing. Hypothetically, somebody worked out every time you worked out, they worked out, and their muscle growth grew when you grew. And it's a science to it. When you look at it scientifically, it's a science to it that you don't want nobody to have access to your personal workout and attaching anything. I seen some chemistry show up one time. I dialed somebody's phone number, and before I dialed the number, not before I dialed the number, but when I dialed the number, it was like somebody said, "Yeah, this is so and so." Like somebody intervened in me dialing the number, and it wasn't all like it was like on the keyboard on the phone. You see it on the keyboard on the phone, like somebody else's number showed up in front of somebody else's number right when I dialed it, but it was like based on the person following me. The person was following me and was that close, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in a district where they do things like that, and you have to learn your way around. When you go to the store, don't just go to the store and buy what they know you're gonna buy. You gotta be evasive, be mad creative. This is how it is. It's not right, you know what I mean? But if you just go for that easy hamburger, that easy hamburger gets you killed. Don't go for that easy hamburger, that easy meal you usually get, or that easily vitamin, I rarely get the same exact vitamins when I go to the vitamin store. When I get a multivitamin, I rarely get the same exact multivitamin. I just don't do it. I just don't get the same vitamin. I try and get a multivitamin because whatever the situation is that's present with your diet being sideways, if you don't have a team around you that reflects what you're doing, then chances are the food you eating, it don't reflect what's real. The foods you eating don't reflect what's real. Don't cause your own challenge, your own obstacle. Don't create your own obstacle. If you eat the wrong foods, then you go to the bathroom at the wrong time. That means the right time for somebody with a gun. When you're on the toilet, somebody got a gun. If you're eating the wrong foods, and by the time you get on the toilet, you feel safe because you got a gun. That's not the case. If you eat the wrong foods, it puts you on the toilet at the wrong time. Just keep in mind, don't think you got the right foods if you don't have the right team around you. You should have the right team around you if you're eating the right foods. Realistically, based on this approach to science. Now, based on people being successful and their experiences, you have to say, well, what are you best at? You know what I mean? You gotta be best at, being safe. Don't be best at feeling safe. Be it best at being safe. So check it. What I'm gonna do is I'm going for the channel car. But just my situation is not just having a channel car. My situation is getting out of this district simultaneously with channel car extremes of not a regular car. I'm not talking about a regular car. I'm talking about a channel car that's pushing 900. That's well past 900. Now, the person that I'm getting the channel car from, everybody know who it is. But the point that I'm making is, when that happens, it's so distracting. You know what I mean? But listen, when I go for the option, I might not be in a channel car. I might be doing something else. I might be converting. In sports, it's like that. When I'm faking, I'm throwing fakes and all that. You just see me a certain way, but you don't see exactly what the direction is of the fake. You know what I mean? You got to know the direction of the fake, when to expect the fake, when to throw them off. You know what I mean? It's an effort. You know what I mean? You gotta start making moves. Not no obvious moves just so everybody see you. Nah, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, don't be sane all the time. And if you're sane, be cautious of how you're sane and do things. It's no coincidence. It's no coincidence. That right there is no coincidence. When you see something happen that's out of the ordinary or out of the norm, it's no coincidence. They at you. Nobody's going to tell you no different. You just exposed right now. You're wide open. Don't be wider open. You know what I mean? Make sure you be safe if you want to be safe. All of the amenities of being safe is real. But don't let it give you a false sense of security. You know what I mean? Don't let your preparations for safety make you believe you're safe when you're not safe. You know what I mean? Be safe when you're safe. It's no guarantee of knowing when you're safe, but make sure you make an extra effort. Like, this is how you can lead yourself to believing you're safe and you're not safe. You got a full tank of gas in your car. You're not going to run out of gas, right? So you always got a full tank of gas. So no matter what, you get a full tank of gas all the time. Now you got gas in your car, that your car is somewhere that you don't want to be. It's unsafe, things like that. Let your dial go down sometime. Figure your car out. Figure out how your gas, people manipulate your gas. They manipulate how you feel about how much gas is in your car. Figure out who's playing around. Don't let nobody playing around. Move around. Don't argue with them. Stay out of sight. Move through the mainstream. Don't let them figure out how much you want to put in the tank. Put $1 in the tank. Get to the next station. Put $5 in the tank. Change it up. Don't just do the same thing. People that that ambush people, they do things in a way they just follow what you do all the time over and over again and just ambush. Can't do everything the same exact way every time. It's going to be too obvious of a situation for somebody else to approach you with. This is how things are done. It's going to take this team effort and caution to get to this place we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to this place where, wherever we are, universally, you know, we in that place. You know what I mean? We those, that's them right there. That's them. It ain't no nobody figured you out and know where you at before you get there. Ain't none of that. You know what I mean? Ain't none of that. What I'm talking about being places where you would be and nobody know you're gonna be there before you be there. You know what I mean? Usually, if you get somewhere and somebody has the option to know you there before you get there, listen, don't be there. Do something different. You know what I mean? Within reason of figuring it out. Don't just be an easy target. Yo, click on the link in the description. Feel free to donate. Yo, this is real life. Yo, visit Dolla50 International. Subscribe. Put your likes up. When I say that, I'm saying that to the extent of what I'm transferring, what I'm conveying to you in the same place. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the money right now. Put the money there. Put something there. Close the door. It's a door right there. Close the door. It's a self-inflicting situation where every time you leave that door open, somebody stand in front of the door like, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna try and come over here. If somebody stand there like that, just close the door, slam the door in their face. You know what I mean? Just get out of my way. You know what I mean? Move. I'm putting, a few dollars on his books. You know what I mean? Close this door. You're not gonna have that hooked up to my mind. You know what I mean? Close your door. It's a mental door right there. Close your door. If you see you never donated and the information is relevant enough to donate, and you letting the information transfer and go by you, and you're going to try and catch it somewhere else, click on the link in the description. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to say nothing.